The concept is pretty damn simple. Drop into a big map, collect weapons, resources, and loot, and then fight to the death as the map gets increasingly smaller as time goes on. So the question is, would Halo follow in the footsteps of this Battle Royale trend? Should it? Battle Royale games are on the rise and are crazy popular right now. PUBG is one of the fastest and biggest selling games in history, with it being one of the top 25 games at 30 million copies sold. That's freaking insane. Fortnite is more recent trending and it's growing just as fast at over 1 million concurrent players and growing. So should Halo take a shot at Battle Royale? Would the mode be any good? And would it do any good for the series as a whole? If you already have an opinion about this, I ask you to watch this whole video before posting anything down in the comments. Let's go ahead and get into it. Some say, and when I say some, I mean thousands of you, have already explicitly said no to a Battle Royale mode in Halo 6. The strongest and most common argument I've seen so far towards this Battle Royale mode in Halo is that Halo would once again be straying away from its nostalgic, familiar roots and mixing up its identity all over again. And it's actually a valid argument. Halo has had an identity crisis since Halo 4, maybe even since Halo Reach, not quite sure what it's trying to be anymore. Too often do developers stray away from old school roots, wandering to what seems to be popular at the moment, to what is monetizable. Whereas Battle Royale is fun at the moment, it may stop being popular or even entertaining in a year or two. People may have just got burned out on it by then. Halo, after all, used to be a trend setter, and now it's taken from other trends. While I do understand these perspectives, the problem with these arguments is that Halo was early in the console PC era, where only a select few of trained individuals basically had the ability to put their direct ideas into the game. Now, indie developers, anybody basically, has the ability. So basically, there's so many more ideas, so much more competition, and the market is so much more saturated with fresh ideas. We also have to understand that it's also very, very challenging because there's just so many people on this planet with so many creative ideas that it's very hard to be completely original without looking similar to another person's idea. My point here being is that setting a new trend can be very challenging, with bazillions of people already putting their ideas into the market every day, and it's not like 343 has tried to mix things up for Halo already, and they definitely will be doing it again. They're going to be again taking ideas from other games. If at the very least it's microtransactions, there will be things that are familiar in Halo 6 that we have seen in many other games. So why not bring this element, right? Now, on the other hand, Halo adopting a Battle Royale mode or something inspired from such would be interesting. Whether it be bad or good, I think it would at the very least be interesting because of its large player count, assuming we are seeing 100 Spartans drop into a battlefield. During PAX 2010, Bungie actually shared a cut mode from Halo 3 named Global Battles, which involved large epic battles involving AI, scarabs, explosions, action events, large player counts, large ships, objectives, and so much more. Now, the idea was probably too ambitious for its time, thus it was cut, but there's no excuse at making something fun like that now. We have the technology, and it's not like it's much of a reach. I mean, so many games do it now, like Fortnite and PUBG. Now, I'm not gonna say that we should have a Battle Royale mode. Instead, the best possibility here, in my opinion, is to allow us players to be able to do what we want in Forge, to give us the tools to create what we want. If that's Battle Royale, then people will make a Battle Royale map. They already have. I say it a lot because it's true. Give us the tools and we will create. Halo 5 is only alive today because of its Forge tools, things that have allowed us to make prototypes of modes that we love in other games, such as Battle Royale. In Halo Cinematics, we see these amazing moments where shit is going down, and it's 343's responsibility to bring that lore to us in more pre-rendered moments, but experience us fans to have that in the gameplay and have that in our arsenal of tools to make really epic modes that we would not see in other games before it, and give us the ability to make really unique, very awesome maps that basically allow us to do anything we want in the creative side so we can create a Battle Royale mode ourselves. Recently, I decided to ask you guys on the community tab on the channel's subscription feed if Battle Royale should be in Halo 6. 8.2 thousand of you guys at the time of this recording voted. 44% said yes, 34% said no, and 22% said I'm not sure. So like a lot of things, the Halo community is kind of split on this, with more people being open to the idea, about 10% more, while 22% are still unsure if it would work for Halo. Given if Halo actually had a Battle Royale mode, I'm sure that 22% would probably go into the no or yes column. Speed Grump voted no, and he said, or she said, keep Halo as Halo. It doesn't need to be another game to be popular. That's what got it where it is today. Being unsure of its identity and copying other popular mechanics is why we have this messy clusterfuck of a game that could easily be confused with other futuristic shooters. Go back to being a unique shooter and appeal to both competitive and casual. It's not that difficult. Another subscriber, The Born Network, said, yes, saying yes, but I don't want it to be like PUBG or Fortnite's one. If they have one, it needs to be a unique and interesting. Otherwise, it's a no. So what do you guys think? Are you yes, no, or even maybe? Let me know down in the comment section below and why. So let's talk about the Battle Royale mode in Halo 6 and the concept of it and how it would work and what's important in this mode. So Fortnite distracted from the market on the ever-growing PUBG because of its combat system that introduced something new that PUBG didn't have, and that was collecting supplies and building bases. It's a very unique twist, very simple, but it's something that it really needed to distract itself from being a PUBG copy, be it collecting wood, metal, or brick. These supplies actually help protect you by building a base, or they can be placed strategically to help you get around the map or perhaps get a hit or a kill on an enemy or two. And so that was a very unique way of Fortnite being having a good combat system that really gave the whole mode something interesting, a new layer of depth, if you will. Halo's Battle Royale mode would need to be special in some way as well. Simply drop and scatter would not be unique enough, and should not be a Fortnite or PUBG copy. I repeat, it should not be a copy of a Battle Royale game that already exists. That's not what I'm saying. Firstly, my idea is I would love to see ODSTs dropped into a vast battlefield, maybe as a simulation. Maybe how the game would start is that we would look at the map and then we would click a point on the map after a given time, depending on where it is. Different parts of the map becomes available at different times perhaps, and we just click wherever we want to drop. And so as an ODST, just like in the beginning of Halo 3 ODST, we would see where we're going. We could maybe move the drop pod a little bit so we can get a little bit more precision on our landing. Something like that I think would fit into Halo very well, because everybody loves ODSTs, I think, and just the idea of dropping every single game might get boring after a while, but nonetheless, I think it's just such a cool idea. So how would the gameplay actually play out? What would be unique about this Battle Royale mode? Well, the concept of looting pieces to build maybe preset bases, turrets, warthogs, Halo vehicles, and so on. So basically what I'm thinking is that the system can be inspired from Minecraft crafting. Basically, you need a certain few objects to build a preset base or a preset turret or something like armor as well. Stuff like that would probably give it a unique twist and make every map especially different and give it that layer that it would very much need to be different from other Battle Royale games. I think vehicles are a must, since this Battle Royale mode I feel isn't going to be a competitive but much more of a casual experience. I think vehicles would be a great addition, and I think every Battle Royale game should have vehicles. I understand why they're not there, but nonetheless, I think vehicles make so much sense for Halo. I think that it's something very iconic, and I think that it's something that would probably work without knowing for sure in this mode. But they would need to be limited, of course, such as limited Warthog ammo, speed, maybe gasoline. They can only go so far, so players can't completely destroy everybody else. They would have to be strategic on where they drive and how and what combat situations they want to get involved in and how they should escape or not. It'd also be very interesting to see Covenant soldiers added to the gameplay, or at the very least AI. Perhaps they are just naturally roaming around, or it could just be inspired from the Warzone game that already exists in Halo 5, just a much bigger map and players dropped into it and free-for-all with a map that, of course, it gets smaller and smaller after time goes on, and with a collecting, looting, building, and crafting system as well, I think would be interesting to Halo. So what if we had, now I'm dreaming, of a 50 versus 50 player mode like we've had with some Royale games in the past. It's actually super fun because just so much action happens. The map, I think, would have to stay the same, but what if this 50 versus 50 player mode takes inspiration from the global battles that was cut from Halo 3, with maybe very genius AI battling and roaming around the streets in New Mombasa. So the map stays the same, but the AIs, scarabs, vehicles, all the items, all the looting are always in different places in every game. So players are always dropping into a Warzone that either supports them or destroys them. It would be like dropping into a Warzone map blind. You don't know where the bad or good guys are, whoever's on your team, whether it be Marines or it be maybe even the Flood. Ooh, but I was gonna say Covenant, so it would be Marines versus the Covenant, you know, UNSC versus the aliens. So that I think would be very exciting. I think it would bring a level of excitement to every drop and immediately put the player into action, which is something that the other Battle Royale games don't do well with. And that's just one thing I really don't like about the other Fortnite or PUBG games, is that it's kind of boring actually in the beginning of the game, and sometimes it's boring throughout most of the match, and then you die within a second. I think they need a way to make it very exciting for massive map control, for players to be able to dominate the map, to eliminate AI while they're collecting supplies in some very unique way, and I think that would add another layer of depth. I would say that PUBG has 0 layers of depth. I would say Fortnite has 1 with the building scheme, but if Halo Battle Royale has not only a looting system and a building system, but also AI fighting the streets, putting us right in the action of basically something that we would only see in a cinematic before, it would be insanely amazing. I think it would bring a lot of people to Halo if they made it like a free-to-play side game, or if they actually added it into the base game in Halo 6. Whatever it is, I think it would bring so many people to Halo. And by the way, if you haven't played 50 versus 50 on Fortnite or PUBG, it's so fun because sometimes you meet up with other players and then you all go together. You see them on your radar and you all generally kind of go in the same direction towards the center of the map, and whole squadrons actually come in combat with each other. And I imagine this, let's say you're teamed up with 11 or 12 people and you crash into another squadron of, you know, about the same amount of people, and the map would potentially be designed where anywhere in the map it's almost set up like a part of a huge ass Slayer map. So essentially you're running around a humongous social Slayer map, and when you run into other squadrons, whether they have more or less players than you, you start jumping around the map, grabbing the power weapons that might be around the map. Of course, we won't know where they are. Ideally, I think that would be the most excitement addicting way to set up the game and basically battle it out. I think that would be pretty cool. What do you guys think about that? I mean, I'm just kind of going on a tangent here. I think the map would be set up like a massive social Slayer map. That's how I'm thinking. And as you progress through the arena, getting closer to the center, you would be basically moving through a match, if that makes any sense. I don't know. But and if you guys have any ideas to bounce off with all those ideas, then please let me know. I want to hear it. Hashtag Halo Club. So what is the conclusion of this video, Chris? Should Halo have Battle Royale? Well, you may have already come up with an answer, but let me explain mine. Here is my conclusion. Forge, alright? That's it, Forge. I mean, Forge was so powerful and extensive in Halo 5, and of course it's going to be even more so in Halo 6. If there is no Battle Royale in Halo 6, then hopefully Forge will be so powerful that we can make our own version. Scratch that, our own versions of Battle Royale. In fact, I think that's ideal. If they give us the tools to make our own Battle Royale maps, then we will have, well, for one, so many maps and so many versions at our disposal instead of one map, instead of one version that 343 Industries, which by the way, this is my second big point, is kind of guessing what Halo fans might like. Think about it, 343 Industries, unless they have extensive betas, will never get a Halo Battle Royale mode the perfect way, the way that most Halo fans, generally speaking, more than 60 or 70% of us, will enjoy and accept and agree that is a service to the Halo franchise. The only way and the only right way to do this for Halo Battle Royale is to give us, the fans, to beta test it ourselves through the power of Forge. We don't have to depend on the developer for updates. We don't have to depend on a studio to finally make another map. we can do that ourselves with our creative minds, because I believe everybody in some sense of a word is creative and artistic. We want to do that. There's a reason why people like to create things. We like to create things in Halo as well. I think what fans, including myself, want more than Battle Royale is the opportunity to make that mode. We don't want Battle Royale, we want the ability to make Battle Royale, right? I would say, along with other trend-setting ideas in Forge. If they give us extensive tools, whatever's next after Battle Royale, whatever people buy millions of copies with and play millions of people and millions play every single day, we will just be able to create that idea in Forge. It's such a simple solution, but I think it's so important for them to really consider on doing something really well with Forge, something extensive and something that will allow us to make Battle Royale. So basically what we really need for this to work is big player counts and custom lobbies, many more custom game options so we have modes that support our Forge maps, and we also need programmable AI and action events and features in Forge, and things, of course, if they could just toss it in, some things that give us some tools to make a simple Battle Royale mode, and we can do the rest to make it even more interesting, and basically come up with the best formula that works and feels right with Halo. And of course, one last thing that we need before, and this goes without saying, but I will say it, we need more scripts, and I'm talking about some stuff that might be a little bit complicated for maybe the more casual forger. I think that is where Halo is already successful. The original argument, and the argument that many of us already have against Battle Royale, is that it is taking from a trend and it's losing its identity. But something that matches Halo's identity, I would say, is Forge. Forge was iconic in Halo 3, because I do agree with that argument. Following a new trend will not lead Halo to long-term success, but doing one of these things, such as making Forge very powerful, will match its identity. It will make it possible for us to have fun in the gigantic sandbox of Halo in Halo 6. Give us the tools to make something really amazing for Halo ourselves, because honestly, I don't think 343 Industries is going to get out on the first or second try. Let us take care of it. Let us grow the Halo community. Let us grow the content ourselves. Anyways guys, what do you think about a Battle Royale mode being in Halo 6? Should it happen or should it not? Let me know exactly how you feel and think about this topic, why or why not, down in the comment section below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Be sure to like this video and subscribe. Peace.